We are under the lights as the show gets you ready for another edition of Major League Baseball. Tonight, an intriguing matchup between the LA Dodgers and the Kansas City Royals. Here's George Springer, and we are set for baseball here this evening. Here comes the first pitch. And that's on the outside corner for a strike.
7 o'clock.
A swinging strike, and now it's 0-2. Out in front of that one, but he stays alive and will do it again on 0-2. Had to sit back on the changeup, and he did a good job to get the bat on that one. The 0-2 once more. He swung on and missed. He got him on strikes. So the bases are empty with one man gone. And that'll bring up the dynamic bat of Juan Soto. And this pitch is taken on the inner half for strike one.
One thing I'm going to keep my eye on with this young starter on the mound is how he's able to stay ahead of hitters. It makes pitching at this level a lot easier. And when you're trying to establish yourself in the big leagues, you're going to have a much better time doing that if you attack hitters from the get-go.
High in the air out to center field. Olivares is back, and he'll get there to make the play for route number 2. So bases are empty here with 2 gone, and that'll bring up Anthony Rendon. First offering on its way. This is hit down the right field line, but it's going to get out of play for strike one.
Had to be sitting something hard right there because he gave up on that pitch, but it was right down the chute.
1-1 the count. Now the pitch.
Ball inside.
That's on the outside corner. Count 2-2. 2 out, nobody on. Waved at and missed for the third out. Stepping into the box, David Fletcher. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
Not shortstop. JJ.
Popped him up. And there's your first out of the inning. Standing in, Lourdes Gurriel, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. Pitch on the way. First pitch hacking here, and that's the first strike. Bases are empty, 1 man out. In there, and it's 0-2 now.
Well executed fastball right at the knees. Going to be a long day for this offense if he stays in that spot.
Well below the knees, laid off on the changeup there.
Well, that's a pitch right there you gotta just lay off. There's a good chance he's going to throw it on 0-2, and if you can recognize it starting down in the zone, you know it's only going to go down from there.
Hit in the air to right field. On the move is Taylor. He gets there, and that's the second out. Stepping up to the plate, Charlie Blackmon, looking to get on base and keep this first inning alive. fouled away. Check swing, but he held up in time. Ball one.
That's
2-1.
Sitting in a good spot right here. 2-ball, 1-strike count is yet to see a fastball. Have to be sitting on one right here.
Ball, that's off the plate.
Just off the outside that time, laid off for a ball. Manny Machado would be next. Full count, 3-2. Now the payoff pitch home is swung on and missed. He got him. So next to swing the bat will be Carlos Correa. He'll get us started in the top of the second. Skied into straightaway right. Blackman on the move. He gets there and makes the play for the first out. So the base is empty here with one away, and that'll bring up A.J. Pollock. And he lays off a pitch in there for the first strike. And he fouls this one off. 0-2 count. Here's the pitch. Fouled off. Still looking for our first hit in the ball game. And he missed with it. It's 1-2.
That was a tempting pitch to swing at right there. A big power guy like this really wants something that he can elevate and drive out of the ballpark.
Swung on in the dirt. Strike 3. Up with it, Nola. And he makes the throw to first. Pollock is retired. 2 down now. So bases are empty here with 2 gone. And that'll bring up the power hitting first baseman, Ryan Zimmerman. High in the air out towards shallow right. Blackman is there, and he'll put it away to retire. Last half of the second set to go, and that'll bring in Manny Machado.
The third baseman.
Soft liner towards short. He gets dirty, but he can't get there, and it's into center field.
Batting fifth.
And that brings in Hunter Dozier, as the first pitch to him is swung on and missed for strike 1. Urias has made a name for himself as a starter that simply misses the barrel of the bat. He rarely allows a large number of hits, and he does a pretty good job at keeping the ball in the ballpark when the hitters do make contact.
Yeah, Matt, and that's not an easy thing to do. I think one of the reasons is he changes speeds really well, and he throws both sides of the plate. One of the keys to missing the barrels, you have to be able to throw inside and throw outside, and he's about as good as it gets in baseball at missing barrels.
Fastball called, strike 3, and there's the first out of the inning. Into the box now, Ryan McBroom. First swings for him in this one with a runner still at first and 1 gone. A ball and no strikes.
Counts 1-0.
2 balls and no strikes.
Well, both of those balls have been inside, so if I'm hitting, I'm looking for something I can get my arms extended on. Probably won't come back inside for a third time.
Here it is, the 3-0. Now here's a check swing, and they appeal down to first. No swing, so that's ball 4. Coming to the plate. Now, Austin Nola, and he could give his guys an early lead if he can come through here. Oh, it's hit to third. 5, 4, 3 on a nice dig at first, and the inning is over. Into the box now, Will Smith, as we are all set to begin the 3rd inning in this one. Here's the first pitch to him. Swing and a miss out in front of a changeup.
Great execution of that changeup right there. Great arm action. Batter was totally out front on that.
drilled to the left side. That's a hit, the first in this game for the Dodgers. Stepping in now, Chris Taylor, as the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike one.
Nope.
Set up away with the changeup, but it's 1-1. From the belt, the pitch. Good fastball as he gets the swing and a miss.
His heater's got some late ride through the zone. A lot of late swings right now. You're only going to get to that pitch if you get the front foot down early.
Got him swinging on the fastball there. Chris Taylor goes down for the first out here in inning number 3. Kike Hernandez comes on with one away as he looks at a ball. It's 1-0. He waits. Now the pitch. And it's fouled away. Smith, base runner at first with one out. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Oliveras is there. 2 gone. Into the box, George Springer. 0 for 1 here in the early going. From the stretch. First pitch fastball swung on and missed 0-1.
As this game progresses, I don't think he's going to want to miss in that spot down the middle of the plate much more. It's early. They're a little less aggressive right now, so he's able to get away with it.
And a slider call. So coming to the plate, Daniel Murphy, as we move on to the bottom of inning number 3.
The second baseman.
0-1 the count.
Murphy.
Even on 0-2, a dangerous count for Daniel Murphy. Now a swinging bunt. That winds up foul. And he'll try to get him to chase the fastball there, but he lays off. 1-2.
Boy, that's a great take right there. He might have been frozen by that pitch, but it missed by just enough to give him life in this AB.
The count now at 2-2. Curveball got him swinging for the first out. Ready now, Edward Oliveras. He'll get to take his first cuts here.
Number 14.
Runs up to bunt here, but he missed it for strike 1.
0-1.
A ball and a strike.
That's not an easy pitch to do anything with, right? 96 miles an hour in on the hands. You almost have to be looking for that pitch to be able to do anything with that.
1 ball and 2 strikes to count. Here's a ground ball out to the shortstop, Correa. And that's the second out. Now in the box, David Fletcher. He popped out in his first trip.
Yeah, I don't mind him trying to drive the ball in the air, but he can't collapse the backside, and that's exactly what he did in his last at-bat. Look for him to stay a little taller and keep that upper half a little bit more over him.
Here's a looping fly ball out to right. Hernandez ranging into the outfield. He's there to make. Juan Soto to the plate now. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. And right into the shift. And he'll take it to the bag himself for the out. Settling in now, Anthony Rendon. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. In tight here with the first pitch fastball. That's 1-0. Still all zeros in the run column here in the 4th inning. Dan, does this continue or does somebody score here?
I think this continues for a while, Matt. Both of these pitchers are throwing very well, throwing strikes, having good command of their off-speed pitches. This is going to be one of those low-scoring affairs.
On to first, and that is 2 quick outs to start the 4th. So bases are empty here with 2 gone. And the former number 1 overall pick in American League Rookie of the Year, Carlos Correa, bats next. No balls and 1 strike. And he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike 2. Correa is really a well-balanced hitter. That doesn't seem to matter whether he's facing a right-hander or a lefty. He makes a lot of loud contact either way, which is quite rare in today's game.
Yeah, you can tell this guy really pays attention, puts time in the cage, studies the video, seems to always have a game plan, and is not off balance too much.
Out in front of that one, may have been looking fastball. Good job just to make contact. The 1-2. Line drive, and that's a base hit into center field. So instead of leading off the next inning, A.J. Pollock bats here after the 2-out success. So now to the plate, A.J. Pollock, as he'll go after the first pitch to him and comes up empty. It's strike one.
Man, he's looking sharp so far. 80% of his first pitches are for strikes. He might be able to go the distance if he keeps this up.
Lifted in the air toward the line and right. But this is going to wind up a foul ball. The 1-2. Just hung in there on that one. High in the air and drifting out to shallow center. Oliveras is there, makes the catch, and the side is retired. Ready to go for the last half of the inning, and next it'll be the outfielder, Lourdes Gurriel.
This game is rolling right along as we move into the middle innings with no score. You'd think by now one of these two teams would be able to get some base runners on and get them in, but that hasn't been the case.
Taylor is there. One pitch, one out. Striding into the box, Charlie Blackmon. He was a strikeout victim in his first try. No balls and a strike to count. Pitching has the upper hand early as we're scoreless in inning number 4. Line to short, but gobbled up there, and there are 2 away. So bases are empty here with 2 gone, and standing in now the always dangerous third baseman Manny Machado. Line toward right center, and that finds some outfield grass. It's a base hit. Hunter Dozier digging in now. He swings and grounds it to short. Scooped up, throw on to second for the force, and the side is retired. All set for the start of the inning, and here comes the first baseman, Ryan Zimmerman. Now here it comes. Hit hard on the ground to short, fielded cleanly, and the 5th inning will start with a ground out, 1 away. Now at the plate, Will Smith. He singled his last time up. Good slider there, and he gets ahead of him, 0-1. Strike 2 called on the inner half, 0-2 now. And now a pitch on the way. Both teams with just 2 hits apiece thus far. Fouled away. All right, back to him on the mound. And he'll just flip this on to first for the 2nd out of the inning. At the plate, Chris Taylor comes into this at-bat 0 for 1 in the ballgame. Line drive, and that's a base hit into center field. So with that, the top of the 5th is still alive. Standing in now, Kike Hernandez, as he overcommits here to a slider out of the zone. 1 strike to count. And he's got to be more disciplined here. It's 0-2. So back-to-back sliders for strikes. Does he come? A swing and a miss. Bottom of the inning now, and striding forward, the designated hitter, Ryan McBroom. Swing and a little blooper to center. Springer coming on, but he's not going to be able to make a play on it as it finds the outfield grass for a base hit. So the leadoff man reaches in their half of the 5th.
Now batting, the catcher, Austin.
In now, Austin Nola, as he will take strike 1 on the fastball here. No balls and a strike. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. Off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike. Checks his swing here, but he does so in time. Maybe trying to back him up a bit there with the fastball.
Team's been struggling on offense. Let your D work for you right here. Pound the zone.
And he popped him up. Taylor coming on. He can't get there as it falls in. The relay throw. Throw won't get him.
Now batting, the second baseman, Daniel Murphy.
Here's Daniel Murphy now. Just gets a piece of it. Strike one. He's 0 for 1 thus far. Missed low and inside with it. 1-1. Popped up. And he will make the play, and an important one it was, as those runners will have to hold now with one away.
The batter.
So digging in now, Edward Olivares, and their runners at the corners now. In there, 0-1.
Hey, this is a spot as a pitcher right now. You want to get a little bit greedy. Ideal would be to roll up a 2-ball. At worst, try to get yourself a strikeout.
He's set. Here comes the 1-1. Just behind the fastball there. 2 strikes now.
Big pitch coming up right here. He'd love for a ground ball or a strikeout.
Looked like the fastball got away from him there. It's ball 2.
Props to the hitter right there for laying off with a guy on third. You want to be aggressive, but you have to get a pitch you can drive.
Only play will be to first, as we'll see our first run score here, as this is a 1-0 ball game. Now back to the top of the lineup. Stepping in, David Fletcher, runner in scoring position with 2 gone. Looking to keep this a 1-run game. The pitch. Good fastball as he gets the swing and a miss.
With the way this guy's throwing on the mound, you cannot be chasing. You have to set your sights a little bit lower and control the strike zone.
Count moves to a ball and 2 strikes now. The set and the 1-2. And he is safe at third as he moves up on what's likely to be ruled a wild pitch. And he comes back with a fastball. Strike 3. Top half of the 6th about to get started, and that'll bring forth the veteran outfielder, George Springer. Out in front of it, strike 1. Hit in the air toward the gap in right center. Blackman's after it. And he tracks it down. Nice play for the first out. Now at the plate, Juan Soto. He was a ground out victim last time up. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. And a ball 1-0. And he fouls this one off. No runs, 3 hits. No errors for the Dodgers thus far. 2 balls and a strike. All even now, 2-2. And now a pitch on the way. He takes strike 3 called on the fastball. Couldn't pull the trigger, and there are 2 away. So 2 gone now for the Dodgers in the 6th. And the next hitter will be the right-handed bat of Anthony Rendon. Hit on the ground to third. Throw in time, and the side is retired. Bottom of the 6th inning now. And digging in is the outfielder, Lourdes Gurriel.
The left fielder, Lourdes Gurriel.
Here comes the first pitch. High in the air out to center field. Springer giving chase. He gets there to make the play for the first out of the inning. Here's Charlie Blackman now. He lined out in his last trip, so looking for better fortunes here. Outfield shaded toward right center. Here's the first pitch. And the third baseman will have a look at it, but this is back into the seats. The windup and the 0-1. Pitch in the dirt as he lays off. It's 1-1. One out, nobody on. Count is 1-2 now. On the ground to the right side. He's got it. And there are two away now. Here's Manny Machado now. 2 hits and 2 trips for him thus far. And he gets ahead here with the fastball. Strike one.
Rock solid performance up to this part of the ball game right now. One of the keys, 90% of his first pitches have been for strikes. And when you do that, you really make the hitter swing at the pitch you want them to swing at.
Line toward right center. And another base hit for him. Now 3 for 3 in this one.
Now batting, first baseman, Hunter.
At the plate, Hunter Dozier. But he's safe at first as he gets back in time. That evens it up 1-1. 2-1 to the Royals' first baseman. Fastball, and looks like they're pinching him a bit here. It's 3-1. And a good at-bat that time as he lays off for ball 4. And as a result, that'll move a runner up into scoring position now with 2 away. Corey Knebel trots in from the bullpen here as he inherits a tough spot with 2 on and 2 away. Ryan O'Hearn will start to loosen up in the on-deck circle as he'll bat with 2 on and 2 out here. Way behind that pitch. It's 0-1. We'll see if he can come through in a clutch spot here. 2 on, 2 out here in inning number 6. Well behind that fastball. It's a swinging strike.
Well, the Royals have been searching for that big hit pretty much all game. It remains to be seen if they can get it, but now sure would be a great time.
Swing and a miss, and that ends the inning. Here's Carlos Correa now, and he'll get us started in what's officially the back third of this one.
Starting to run out of time. They haven't been able to score any runs as we're moving late into this one. A perfect time for this leadoff guy to try to get on base and ignite a rally.
Now the pitch. Liner toward right center. This will not elude the right fielder's grasp as he ranges over to handle it for the first out. Striding forward now is the DH, A.J. Pollock. 0 for 2 from him so far in this one. Popped him up. Dozier over to his left. 2 gone. Digging in, Ryan Zimmerman. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Set to deliver the 0-1. Behind 0-2 now. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Again, he sends it out of play. Fouled off. Here's another 0-2. And he struck him out. His 8th. Last half of the 7th here. And next to hit is the catcher, Austin Nola.
The catcher.
First delivery to him on the way. Line to the right side. But that finds the first baseman's glove, and that's a tough first out. So next to the plate for the Royals, Daniel Murphy. His last at-bat didn't go his way as he popped out in foul territory. And it's 0-1 to the Kansas City first baseman. Now a ball sprayed fouled into the seats near third. 1 run, 5 hits, and no errors so far for the Royals. Drilled down the line. But this will wind up foul. Still 0-2. Swing and a line drive. But the shortstop won't have far to go to haul this one in, and there are two away. Coming to the plate now, Edward Olivares. He was retired via the ground ball last time up. And he swings through a fastball and doesn't catch up with it. It's 0-1.
Woo-wee! That was some smoke right there. High fire right on by.
Set to deliver on 0-2. Here it comes. And a fastball swung. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Will Smith. 1 for 2 in the ball game thus far.
This thing's far from over, even though we're moving into the back end of this game. Only down by 1. All they need to do is get this leadoff guy, and they're an extra base hit away from tying this thing up.
At the plate, Chris Taylor. He was a strikeout victim his first trip and then collected a base hit his last time around. Scott Barlow gets the call as he'll pitch with 1 gone in the top of the 8th.
Scott Barlow.
And he throws the fastball by him here. 0-1. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Hit softly on the ground to third. Scooped up. In time to first, and there are 2 away. 2 away for the Dodgers here in the 8th. And that means the plug-and-play utility man Kike Hernandez will bat next. Good off-speed pitch had him out in front for strike 1. Now a fastball that's taken close that time, but it's 1-1. Lifted in the air out towards left center. Center fielder on the run. He's there to make the play, and that'll retire the side. So the batting order turns over now and set to go David Fletcher. No hits in 3 tries so far. He's struck out once.
Fletcher.
Behind 0-2 now.
You're lucky if you get 1 pitch a night right down the middle. Cannot be late on that fastball.
And no swing, apparently. Ball 1.
You find yourself down 0-2 in these situations. It's tough to check your swing right there. That was a nice job.
And this will be put away easily for the out. Ready for another shot now. Lourdes Gurriel. He's hitless in 3 at-bats to this point.
Gurriel.
Swing and a miss, 0-1.
0-1's the count.
That's just too much velocity upstairs to get good wood on it. It's going to have to lower his sights.
Now look out as that pitch sends him tumbling to the ground. And now a curveball that's low and in the dirt for a ball. It's 2-1. To 2-2 now.
I got the count. 2-2.
Hey, he's got excellent stuff working right now. Somebody has to make an adjustment. You're seeing a lot of late swings. No one's getting a front foot down. No one's getting a barrel to the baseball.
Got him swinging on the fastball there. Lourdes Gurriel goes down for out number 2 in the bottom half. So they'll make a matchup move here and bring on a southpaw to face the left-handed hitter due up. Now a ball grounded foul over toward the coaching box. McGee's ready. Here's the 0-1. This is popped up. And he will indeed make the play in foul territory to retire the side. All set to start the 9th in this one, and that brings in George Springer.
The center fielder, George Springer.
Third baseman hugging the line here. Now the first pitch. And we kick off the 9th inning with a swinging strike here. 0-1. And here's a foul tip into the catcher's glove. Moves it to 0-2 now.
I think it's about time to choke up on that bat and get that foot down. He's awfully tardy right now.
Struck him out. Struck him out again, I should say. His 3rd punch out of the game. Here's the pitch. They haven't played perfectly as it's hit on the ground. And an off-balance throw is in time as he takes one away. Wow. And digging in next will be Anthony Rendon. Not providing much out of the 3-hole in this one. Hitless in 3 at-bats so far.
0-1's the count.
A little tardy there. No balls and a strike. And you look at a
Inside, ball
fastball just off the black, and it's even at 1. To 1-2 now. A sold-out crowd of 39,000 on their feet here in KC. Good plate discipline to lay off the slider that time, and he draws even at 2-2. On the ground to third. Throw in time, and the ball game is over.
Wow, that's a rarity. A 1-0 game in baseball these days. Both of these pitchers pitched awfully well. It's a shame one of them had to lose this game.
And that one run held up tonight, 1-0 the final. Kansas City